It'd be like a long time. It's like nobody missed him. It was kind of weird. Nobody missed him.
Well, they miss you at work, right? And then the show, of course.
No, they just say, oh, okay, you just finally just decided not to come back. Like we told him, don't come back. Eventually, he listened to us.
We fired him 3 years ago, but he
There,
finally got the point.
there's a guy. There's a guy that who used to work with us, and he retired and he came back as a contractor. And every once in a while, I'll call his phone number at work, and
Right.
he'll answer it. He'll say, "Hey, this is Bob Birmingham." I said, "This is not Bob Birmingham. We fired that guy a long time ago. Who's this?" He'd say, "What do you want, Leonard?"
I like that he
So,
calls you Leonard.
oh, dude, yes, he does. He That's funny. He's a good guy. Yeah, I'm like the son he never wanted.
Well, you weren't the only. I was gonna say you weren't the only one. He wasn't the only one, I guess. There's a.
Exactly. You know, the kind of funny thing is about me. I don't know if you know this about me. I get along with like everybody I don't have to work for.
Oh, it's interesting,
If nobody is in a position of supervising me,
right?
they enjoy my company.
That would
If
make sense.
if
That
you
would make
have the
sense.
misfortune of having to be responsible for my actions,
Hmm.
there tends to be a bit of a some tension in the air.
No, I can imagine. I can imagine.
Yeah.
But you're a good worker, right?
Uh, Define good.
Um, Better than average.
Um,
Average.
uh,
You show up on
I
time
show up.
sometimes.
Yes, I do that. I show up
On time sometimes.
mostly on time.
Mostly. Mostly on time.
But
You're more
the
on
key to
time
that,
than.
the key to the showing up on time,
Hmm.
carpool,
Oh yeah.
letting other people drive.
Yeah.
And
No,
then
enjoy
if you're
that.
late, you're like, dude, it's not my fault. I mean, before we used to, dude, it's not my fault that I'm late, and they're like, yeah, it is. You drove yourself to work. What's your problem?
There
And
was a traffic jam in the cornfield.
traffic jam. Oh, I do have to drive 95.
Oh yeah. For how long?
Oh, about 15, 20 miles. On
Oh
occasion,
wow.
it does get. Actually, it was kind of backed up the other day. I mean, whenever the weather gets kind of bad,
Yeah.
people really, really lose their ability to drive. I mean, more so than normal,
Yeah.
especially in the
Different
wintertime.
different areas. Of course, I know I'm in the south now,
Uh-huh.
and we don't get snow often. Last year we got some ice and snow, and the place really shut down for days
Wow.
because they don't know how to drive in it, and then they don't have the ability to plow it. They don't have plows and stuff. So
They
the
don't understand
school,
the concept. There's a
well,
thing that
there's just not a need for it. I mean, it's so
they do.
rare that it happens. They don't have a fleet of snowplows.
There's a season called the winter that's
Yeah,
been
but
around
that
for.
yeah, but
It's not
that's
a new. It's like the winter. It's not like a new idea in the
right.
northern hemisphere.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't blame them because today it's December 30th, and I think it hit well a little while ago. It was 61 degrees out.
No way, really?
Yeah,
Holy
I mean
crap!
it
That's
doesn't
awesome.
get cold here, so it was kind of understandable that
Yeah.
they didn't have that they weren't prepared for it. But
Are you in the good Carolina or the bad Carolina?
define good and bad.
I don't know. I was hoping you'd run with
Well, we
that.
were the well, I think they both seceded, didn't they?
Well, what's your yeah? What's your state bird?
Um,
Is it the gamecock?
no, is it the? I don't know. I know the tree is the palmetto.
The bug must be the palmetto bug.
Is that a bug?
It's a big roach.
Oh, gross. I don't know. I should probably
Those big
learn all
like
that stuff.
Florida roaches. Those big Florida roaches. Remember those?
Yeah, they have some big ones here. Um, yeah, that's I don't know. I don't know. I'm fairly new to the area, so I need to learn all that stuff.
Hmm.
And
You gotta do your
you get to do my homework.
civics.
And,
You gotta do your civics
my civics,
assignment.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, we'll figure that out.
Speaking of the South, right? So you live in the South, and which is known for, I guess, what do they do in the South? Marry their sisters and stuff, and they enjoy the
They do that. Slavery
they,
used to be big down here.
slavery.
Slavery.
Right?
We went to this past last weekend was my or actually it wasn't a weekend. I think it was on Tuesday maybe. So yeah, about a week ago.
Was it the capital of South Carolina at one point in time, Slave Town?
Slave Town, exactly
Yeah.
right. Very good, Leonard. Well, we went down to Charleston for a night and
AKA Slave Town.
Slave Town, which it was, yeah. And it was I think it really took my wife off guard to the history and everything that's in that town. We didn't go to it, but they were talking about the area where the slaves were actually traded and paraded around up on the tables or whatever for everybody to see them.
Right.
Didn't sit well with her.
No? She didn't believe it?
No, she believed it. I think it was just
She's like a
upsetting her.
Holocaust denier, slavery denier?
No, but I think she was just kind of maybe
Well, that's
didn't
wrong.
realize
Did you say
Yeah.
that? Well,
Yeah,
that's
no,
wrong.
that's what she said. I was like,
That
we
ain't
knew
right.
this happened. This isn't like news. We can just find out about slavery.
Yeah, it's
And
kind of
I
what the
guess
foundation of the. Well, hey, break it easy to her the whole Indian thing, you know. Break that to her gently.
well, I think there may be a hard spot there because the casinos.
You owe me money.
She doesn't feel as bad for them. But the,
Yeah. So yeah, I hate the Nazis. The only thing I hate probably more than the Nazis are liberals. So
Oh.
so you got the Southern Poverty Law Center, which is the proverbial the
kind of anti-death penalty.
no, these are the anti-hate groups, but it's the it's a we hate the hate groups sort of thing.
Well, I thought don't they spend a lot of time defending people on death row?
Yeah,
Also?
people who deserve to get shocked to death, and hung and stuff. They say no, don't do that. But I mean, I'm actually anti-death penalty from an economic standpoint of view.
Economic, yeah.
Well, because they don't do it. They don't kill anybody, and
Well,
to hold somebody on death row
right.
is
It's costly.
It's super costly. And I say, you know what? I say, let them loose and let vigilante justice take its.
But okay, answer me this, Leonard. What if that guy is innocent?
Oh, then he better freaking get some tennis shoes and start running. Because, well,
But
I understand. I understand about the. I don't think.
Guilty,
I think one flaw in our judicial system is, in order to get the death penalty, I think you need to have a pretty high standard of guilt. I think probably in the past that if you were
or be in Texas.
if you were black and you happened to be near where a crime was committed,
You were in the same state, yeah.
yeah, and if they could prove that you weren't in custody, I mean, because you could be in custody and
That's funny
you killed this
because
guy.
There's actually a guy that was on. I don't know if he was on death row or it may not have been death row, but he was up for some charge with something, and he didn't even realize he was actually in prison when it happened.
Yeah.
And he finally got off because they did some research and figured out that he actually was incarcerated at the time of the crime.
Right,
And
right. Well,
he wasn't even bright enough to know that himself.
Yeah, and that's what I find an indictment on our system is that I think people who would have brought those charges against him. I mean, I think you should. When you say, well, you know what, I want this guy to spend the next 8 to 10 years of his life behind bars. You better be damn sure. I say, you know what, you went double or nothing on this, buddy. You're the one going to jail now.
He went double or nothing.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be hard. It'd be hard to find a prosecutor then if there was a chance he was going to go to prison instead.
Well, I'm saying from the standpoint of not you don't have to win. I mean, it's not like you're putting all your chips in the center of the table, and your watch and your deed to your house. But I'm saying that if you bring charges that are obviously, I mean, in this guy's case, they obviously did no research into, they. I mean, they actually did not do anything. They said, "Hey, we got this guy. He looks like a criminal. Let's see how well this stands up."
Yeah,
I think those guys. Oh, just like that prosecutor for the Duke Now, like I said, I'm racist against against the privileged and Duke fucking lacrosse people. I mean, pardon the F word, but try not
Okay.
to do that on our
Yeah.
podcast. But
This is live. This isn't a podcast.
oh, so you know, nobody I could potentially hate more from the racists against the privileged would be a Duke lacrosse player.
Now
Okay.
weren't they acquitted?
Yes, yes, yes. But the guy. I mean, it was obvious that this guy. It came out that this guy was trying to get a. He was doing it for political reasons, for political gain,
Doing
and
now, which one are you talking about? The lacrosse player or the guy that was prosecuting him?
the prosecutor.
Oh, okay.
He did no research. He just
Okay.
so. But
Well, I'm assuming that he had an accuser.
right, but that's it. I mean, I think that long story short, I think somebody thought that they were going to make some money off of it, and the prosecutor thought that this will be good for his reelection bid.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
But
anyway,
yeah. Go ahead.
so you got the Southern Poverty Law Center, which is a group founded by Morris Dees, he's a scumbag too. So
I don't know. I kind of like him.
oh jeez. Because he's first of all he's anti-militia, and I'm very pro.
I know.
Militia.
I think you already mentioned you like guns. Yeah,
Yeah, guns,
guns.
and stuff like that, and the Constitution,
And
mind
the
you.
Constitution. Yeah,
That'll get you. Yeah, guns and the Constitution. That'll put you on some sort of watch list, right?
that'll do it. Usually.
Uh huh.
So Maurice Deeds.
Maurice is from
Maurice.
the Bee Gees, and he does sing for the Bee Gees too. So he got this. He's got this group. And I think they probably do some good. The Southern Poverty Law Center, and but they got the This Week in Hate, and I hates me a lot of stuff, and I hates me a lot of people. So if you go to their website, they've got a couple links down. They've got the hate map.
Ooh,
The
that
hate
sounds
map.
good.
What's going on? And they've got the intelligence report and like the This Week in Hate and all sorts of things. Who in your town is a racist? That's what I like to see. Racist is just like if somebody calls you a racist. Like, what are you gonna do? What do you got to? I'm not, and that's all you can say is no. You
I
just
like
made this
this.
like wild accusation.
I'm looking at the hate map right now. I brought it up,
Uh-huh.
and it's now what you get is a map of the United States, and then in
Uh-huh.
each state it's got a number, and I'm assuming that's the
Right.
number of hate
Right.
areas
You
or the hate places.
Right. What's the
The
what's
highest.
the hotbed of hate near you?
I
You got you got a clan. You got a clan hat or a Confederate flag.
I'm gonna bring mine up.
You could
Bring
get
up my
the
state.
Black Power fist. Sometimes
Bring
that's
up
a
my
white
state.
nationalist. You get the
Oh yeah, okay. So I get the
you
fist.
get
Now
the
the fist
Nazis.
is.
Oh
boy.
Nazis,
What's
the National Socialists.
Wow.
Oh God, I hate them so much.
Now the Jewish Defense League.
Sometimes
That's
sometimes a white nationalist. There's
uh-huh.
a star, and that's the Nation of Islam.
Now this is kind of weird. There's a place
Right,
called
the Jewish
the
Defense
Redneck
League.
Show.
That's what they call that's the I saw that. They got the Jewish Defense League. That's the linebackers. It's the Jewish linebacker corps. That's
What is
in
it?
in the National Football League, Jewish Defense League. That's the one Jewish linebacker. That is I think it's Marty Greenberg plays for the New York Giants. It's a Jewish
Oh,
Defense
they're
League. But anyways,
anti-Arab. Yeah.
so the so you got your groups, you got your neo-Confederate groups, you got your Klansmen, you got your white nationalists, you got your black separatists, and
So many of them. I didn't even know
what
these
we need to do
existed.
is give these folks a call.
That's an idea.
There's lots of hating going on.
There's lots of hating now.
And-
Now maybe we want to start
Yeah,
off.
well, so just right up the road.
Maybe we want to start off a little slower and